Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton, Adult95, with another Transformers Legacy video, and today we're taking a look at the Voyager class United Cybertron Universe Vector Prime. Now, part of me wonders if we're going to be getting another Vector Prime in, the I guess it's going to be called Age of the Primes. I don't know. That's just the going rumor for the name. It's just very much Prime themed. So, I mean, it could happen, or this could just be the one that we get for now until they decide to go visit this character again. But you can see on the box art here, there he is in ship mode. Of course, robot mode, close-up view there. And on the back, 22 steps. Does show him using the cyber key, similar to how he did with the original toy. Jet mode, 40 anniversary, and there is the box art. He is a retool of Jhiaxus, but we'll get into that when we check him out, which will be right now. And here we have Vector Prime out of his packaging, and I mean, for the most part, he looks really good. There are just some things here that don't quite match up, and would have liked to see some more retooling. Most notably the forearms and the legs. Like the thighs, I'm fine with that. Like some of the torso bits, I'm fine with that, but I would have liked to have forearms similar to his original counterpart. Now, this is more based on the cartoon and the Takara color scheme, although the wings are left unpainted. But you can see here, the Hasbro one has that kind of brownish red, kind of like a... It's hard to describe the color, but it's kind of like a burgundy, rust brown. I don't know where to place that on a color chart, so... But yeah, definitely like this more maroon or burgundy color on this legacy release. But like I said, I'd like to see some new forearms and some new details with the legs. There is a few upgrade kits out there on eBay or even TF Safari, and I know Toy Hacks has done one for the legs where you could just, I think, either just attach it or glue it on. So there is that if you want to do it, but I'd probably wait and see what DNA or Non-F does. But right now Non-F is working on a few other kits, like their Metalhead for Party Wallop and Bludgeon, so gotta wait for that. But let's go ahead and talk about this right here. So yeah, you got really nice metallic gold here for the shoulder pauldrons, or I guess shoulder pads, as well as the metallic blue there. Got some of that gold on his head crest, and of course that metallic blue for the face. That same kind of burgundy for the eyes, a little bit more metallic. Got some of that through his chest, along with the gold and metallic blue. Also got this really nice gem right there on the chest. I believe that is just gloss, like finish on the plastic. I'm not sure if that's painted or not. Do get some nice details here on the waist. Really, I just love this kind of metallic color for the thighs. Wish his hands were that same color. But you got some of that gold here on the knees. Nothing really here on the shins. They are kind of just bland. I mean, it fits with the character. Got some of that burgundy there. You got this metallic fleck on the solar panels here. I wish they would have went with the burgundy trim around the edge, but that's fine. There's some of those upgrade kits that have that. As far as accessories go, he does come with his sword. Very nicely molded here. Again, it has that kind of metallic fleck throughout. And he's got his cyber key, which is pretty much a scaled down version of the original. And if you look closely, try to zoom in here, you can see, you know, the Earth, Velocitron, Jungle, Gigantian, and I believe that's just an Autobot symbol there, just like on the original. So you can see that. It does have a little 5mm post or port on the back and these two little tabs, because it does not insert like it does with Hotshot or Starscream. It just plugs right onto the chest, which, you know, kind of sucks a little bit, but with how they had to re-engineer the Jhiaxus mold, it's fine. And you can plug it onto the sword, much like you can with Starscream's cyber key. So you got that. And, you know, it can work as far as his whole, like, opening a space bridge you know, cutting through space and time, since he is the guardian of space-time. So, got that. So, talking about Jhiaxus, we'll go ahead and bring him in and compare, you know, what's new, what's different. So, go ahead and get that off. So, you can see the forearms, the hands, and the biceps are the exact same, as well as these pieces here. And the actual internal joints for the shoulder, at least the hinges. Got the same hip pieces, just the whole pelvis and, you know, crotch armor is the same, or is different. You got the same thighs, you got the same lower legs and feet, even down to the points where little fins right here would attach. Same kind of, oh no, this is different, but yeah. So you can see that. We'll go ahead and bring in some other Cybertron characters. Here's Prime, or Optimus Prime. You got Override or Nitro Convoy, Starscream, and Hotshot with those 3D printed spoiler pieces. So yeah, that's Cybertron characters so far. Really hope we get some more. Like, it's one of my favorite toy lines. Not the best cartoon, but definitely one of the better toy line, or one of the best toy lines out of Unicron trilogy. Go ahead and remove his sword, and if you want, you can just store it on his back. You'd have to take off the cyber key. That just plugs right in right there. You can have him reach back and grab it, just like he did in the show. I'll go ahead and just put cyber key right there. And as far as articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you do get a decent range of expression out of it. You get 360 at the shoulder, and is the trigger happy or hot rod shoulders, so you don't get any movement here. I wish, I've said it over and over, I wish Hasbro would just stick the joint here. There's nothing keeping the joint from being right here. You do have a bicep swivel over 90 degrees. You do get wrist swivel, opening hands. You do get a waist swivel forward, back that far. Thigh swivel all the way out to there. Over 90 degrees, almost 180 at the knee. Decent ankle tilt, and of course forward and back at the ankle, which you don't see a lot of anymore. So yeah, very nicely posable, and then you can kind of angle the wings however you like. I've even seen people bring them up here with weapons attached to use as armament, or even taking these off because they are just on little soft clips and using them as like arm blades, similar to Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe, or even just shields. So you do get some use out of those. Just go ahead and put that right back there. And yeah, fairly nicely done. So let's go ahead and get him into vehicle mode. Just go ahead and take these, fold them down, open up the arm, fold in the fists, just like that. This side, there we go. Go ahead and take off the cyber key for now. Go ahead and open up, or bring these back, just to get them out of the way. Open up the backpack, bring this, undo this tab right here, so you can actually fold up the head, and that will click into place. And bring this chest piece up and rotate it 180 degrees. That will form the nose of the jet. Rotate that, fold these in, and just pull these out so we can get that ready. Bring this whole section down. Let's go ahead and keep these up out of the way just for now. Now the instructions do say to flip the fin out. I'll just do it just for this part of the transformation so we can get everything secured. Go ahead and fold this up, fold up the foot, collapse that, and this will just tab onto there. Slide that up, tab, oh, forgot to fold in the foot. Tab that in just like that. Tab this all together. bring this all down. Now we'll just tab into there and tab into there. Bring the wing section back, and that will just go right onto the tab, just like the Jhiaxus wings. And there we go. There is Vector Prime in jet mode. So, like I said, I like to fold this down just like that. So yeah, he does look a lot better like that. We'll go ahead and plug the sword in right here. And then the cyber key can just plug right onto either this 5mm port. Nope. Or use the tabs on the side. Plug it right into there to make it look like it's going into the cyber key slot, even though on the original toy it would be back here. So there is Vector Prime in his Cybertronian jet mode, and the colors do look really good here. You do get some of that clockwork detail. It is kind of subtle just with how shallow the molding is, but you do see all those gears and cogs. You do see what looks like his sword on the front there. Then, you know, the cockpit of the spaceship. And I guess the wiring is okay, but I do like the clockwork a lot more. It fits with him being an ancient Cybertronian, one of the first. And you get some more of that detail through here on these wing struts. It is a shame he doesn't have anything here that looks like the missile, but it is fine. And if you want, you can rotate that around, but it definitely looks better there. Yeah, very nice done. A lot of gold paint, and of course that burgundy. Yeah, he does look pretty good, even though the nose is noticeably shorter, but there is that. So let's go ahead and get everything else out for comparison. All right, so for comparison, of course, we've got the original Hasbro version of Vector Prime, and, you know, as I said before, you know, this is more based on the cartoon and Takara colors as opposed to this, which is kind of very drab with that kind of brownish burgundy, kind of a dark rust color. It's hard for me to describe what it is. And then this kind of dull bronze, of course, the unpainted or like solar panels or wings here, which get mimicked here, except these, you know, have that sparkle glitter added to them. You can see also right here, you know, if I move this cyber key thing, you know, he's got a minicon port, but you can't really fit safeguard there. Of course, it gets stuck on my original Vector Prime. Yes, there we go. We need to kind of fit him on there. I guess that works. But he's just way too big for this smaller Vector Prime. So, go ahead and get that out of there. And then we'll bring in, I'll just set that cyber key off to the side. Of course, we'll bring in Hotshot, Override, as well as Starscream and Optimus. So you can see, like I said in the Hotshot video, how this is shaping up so far. So yeah, I mean, looks really good with the others. I really hope we get a new Cybertron Prime, because we need something better than this. As cool as it still is, we need something different. So let me get Jhiaxus. So there we can take a look at how much they've changed as far as like the vehicle mode goes. Like obviously this whole rear section is pretty much the same from this point on, except for, of course, these newly added pieces for, you know, the clockwork and, you know, the panels here, or wings, whatever you want to call them. And, you know, like I said, I like folding the section back. Kind of gives him that classic silhouette of Vector Prime. If you don't want to, I mean, could just leave it up like that. I think the fin is just too much deviation from Vector Prime, so there we go. And yeah, I'm still mad. I've said that a few times already, but yeah, just very mad about the discoloration of the nylon parts. I don't know what Hasbro is thinking. using such low quality plastic, or, you know, the factory. I don't know. It's still up in the air on what happened. But yeah. Good amount of retooling. Again, just really like all that clockwork and everything. So let's go ahead and get him back into robot mode, and we'll go over our final thoughts. So go ahead and just bring these, untab these, bring the arms up. Go ahead and rotate that so it's out of the way. Bring the wings up. Go ahead and remove the sword, set off to the side for now. Bring this section up. Bring those arms up out of the way. Untab the legs from that panel. Bring that out. Untab the legs. Untab them from the bottom here. Extend that out. Flip out the foot. Fold that fin back up. Fill in those legs. There we go. Rotate the waist. And let me, before I forget, raise the camera. Just bring that all back. Put the arms out. Flip up the shoulder pauldrons. Flip up the hands. Flip those out. There we go. Open up this panel, fold down the chest piece, flip out his head. And that will just tap in right there. Fold this backpack up, plug that in, and just kind of straighten out the wings like that. I like to tilt them in a little bit to give them more of that cape look. And there, of course, we have Vector Prime back in robot mode. So we'll go ahead and plug Cyber Key on there. Although I do like the chest gem, so I mean, purely optional. Could also, I believe, plug it right here onto the sword. So there you go. I'll just go ahead and give him that. And we'll go on to final thoughts. So getting into final thoughts on Vector Prime here, I think he's pretty good, given that he is just a partial of Jhiaxus as opposed to a whole new mold. They did change quite a bit, mostly the upper torso, except for, you know, the elbow or shoulders down, or biceps down. I just wish they did a little bit more, like gave him a little bit more show accurate forearms. I believe there are some third party or, you know, like 3D printer kits that give him more accurate shoulder or forearm pieces, as well as leg coverings and the new, and, you know, show accurate feet with the blasters, as well as safeguard and a couple of show accurate swords. So there is plenty of those out there, whether it be eBay or I believe TF Safari would have those, and who knows, DNA could end up creating a kit for him that gives him everything you would need, possibly whole new forearms, but I don't think they'd go that far. Probably just the pieces, you know, with safeguard and a minicon port for him, and then of course, you know, new pieces for the legs and feet and the wings, because these wings are weird. There are some of the wings out there that are too bulky, I think, especially in the jet mode, but look really elegant and nice on the robot mode. So, I mean, it's out there for you to decide for yourself. So, yeah, hoping to see more interesting Prime figures and definitely more Cybertron universe characters. So, hopefully at the time this video goes up, I don't know when exactly it's going to be going up. It could be right around the time of the announcement for the next toy line, or, you know, right around PulseCon. So yeah, let me know what you think. Be sure to comment below and check out those links down in the description as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So long, take care.